Arcade. Practice versus best online. Great match. Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whiff an attack and then strike without hesitation. Big counter. Throws him down. All right. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Combo with the target combo. They are battling it out tooth and nail here, with no one having a clear advantage yet. Player one chases them down. Knockdown. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Taking stock. Picks the air throw. Player two is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they a super art? They need to rely on their instincts here. Player two might have just shifted this round into high gear. Went for the chip kill. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Smart play with the throw. Three gloves. Both fighters need to find a way to utilize their drive. Both fighters planning something? Beats them and goes in for the hug. Spikes him with three glove. Uses the fireball to try and finds the target. Jumps in. The daring air throw does it. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Fight with all.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Starts with a jump in. Throws him down. Was well in range to score the throw. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Trips him up. No good up high. Grabs him. Player two chases them down. Throws him. What's next? Knockdown. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. The jump in is denied. Player one, there's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Holds out with the block. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player one will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. What'll happen here? Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. What's the next move? Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. They're in KO. That's what happens when you capital.
comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Saw that low heavy coming. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're gonna eat tons of damage. Sees them coming in, grabs them in the air. The jump-in is denied. Taking stock. Perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Fight. No.
They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Blocks the low heavy. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Knockdown. Neither of them willing to back off here. That drive impact is blocked. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Dashes forward. Reads their mind and texts a throw. Reads the throw and shuts it down. Blocks it. Barely blocks the jump-in. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Manages to block. Burnout activates. Player 1 will have to dip throws them. Perfect tech. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. This is gonna be bad news. Opts for the critical art.
Meaningless efforts.
It's the interdiction. They've been waiting for this. This could change everything. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Reads the throw and escapes. They gotta dig down deep here. Wraps it up with a throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Gotta do better than that. This is, how do they read that throw? There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Is it time for pleasure? Time for pain. As far as jury's concerned, they're kind of the same. The super art, the low's blocked. Too far for the throw to connect. Solid anti-air. They just said, get that jump-in out of here. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Anticipated that throw. Low heavy, but no go. This can lead to some big damage. The drive impact misses. Connects with the throw. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Gotta do better than that. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Hit that with confidence. What a finish! Player 1!
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Come on. Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do?
Here.
Blocks the jump in. That was a solid anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Combo with the target combo. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. All right, what's coming up next? Shoots off a fireball up close. Player 1 chases them down. Holds out with the block. The throw misses. The jump in is denied. Takes a trip. Miraculous grab. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Taking stock. Blocks it. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Fight.
Immediate jump in. Are we going?
Cease and desist.
Jumps, picks the air throw. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Grab them with the embrace. Their spacing is so on this KO. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.
A new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Gotta do this. Come on.
An honor, to be sure.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do?
How's this?
They knew that throw was coming. No good up high.
How's this?
Opts for the throw. Steps in for the throw. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. The pressure continues as they can't escape the corner. They need to find a way out. Big, low, reaching heavy. Player 2 may be just about done this round, but they still have a chance with a full drive gauge to tap into. The jump in catches them, gets them. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Extra spicy Shoryu connects. Breaks the block with a throw. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Goes for the jump in. Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can quick KO. Player 1 took no time to finish that.
A new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Was well in range to score the throw. Still slugging it out here. The throw misses. Trying to figure out who will make the first move here. Shows the overhead. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Anything could happen here. All right. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. Low heavy hits. Mix up in experiencing burnout. Knockdown. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Sneaks in the throw. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? The throw misses. Strings it all together. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Jumps. Shoryuken. What'll happen here? Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Max SA gauges. Burnout activates. Going in? Not much life left, but they're picks the air throw. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Drive impact misses. The low. A super art throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Player 1 needs to use. That was a well-placed projectile. Player 2 brings it home.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Fight with all your heart.
An honor, to be sure.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Air throw. Had their eye on the sky. starts with a jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Gets the jump in. Throws them to negate the block. Closes the gap for the grab. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Misses the drive impact. Throws them. What's next? Taking stock. In a dire situation, they can't afford down to the wire. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Oh God, this is tense. Both fighters planning something? Jumps in. Sneaks in the throw. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Smart play with the throw. Jumps? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Picks the air throw. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. Baits them and goes in for the hug. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Grabs them with the embrace. Player 2, KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Jumps in. Cross-up attack. Pushing through with the Gladius. The match just started. It's anyone's game. Both connects with the throw. Okay, here we go. They push their way out of the corner. Does a good job escaping the corner. Drive impact misses. Ooh, what a smart throw. Nothing stops this train. Turning it right up with a super. Oh no, caught by the interdiction. Doesn't matter how far you run, he's gonna get you. And the damage is unreal. Throws him. Amazing. Very nice, three glove. A real test of nerves here. Closes it out. Player 2 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Goes for the throw. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Air throw. Had their eye on the sky. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. The low doesn't connect. The jump in is denied. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Knockdown. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. In a dire situation. In there! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Avoids getting cornered. Shows a medium kick. Jump picks the air throw. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Barely blocks the jump in. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Are we going to see a comeback? Wall splat into the card. KO! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Manages to block the jump in attack. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Player 2 fools them and locks them in embrace. What now? Ooh, you never know what can happen here. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Connects with the throw. Okay, here we go. Reads the jump in perfectly. Low heavy, but no go. Sticks out a kick. Clutch, anti-air. Player one can't drops him hard. Dangerous range here. They pick this time to bust this out. Side switch. Ugh, take a seat. They can't. Are you kidding me? Player two comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
Comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Showtime, baby!
An honor, to be sure.
Round one. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Air throw. Had their eye on the sky. Player two with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Goes air to air to deny them a chance. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. That was a solid anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Slips the grab. Big low reaching heavy. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Holds out with the block. Knockdown. Both fighters are barely alive. Okay, creating some space here. Both fighters are barely hanging in there, but someone's gotta act. Player one can't use any more drive without burning out. Misses the grab. Jump? Burnout activates. Player one can't afford mistakes with a KO. Player one with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? They were expecting that drive impact. The jump in is denied. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. That's a counter. You've got uses their drive gauge. Finishes it with the anti-air. Player one brings it.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
The top player is here. Round one. Fight!
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Puts one in the pocket. No good up high. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Was well in range to score the throw. Denies that throw attempt. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Long low attack hits. Uses a long range attack there to zone them perfectly. I can't keep track of these corner switches. The drink level's at 4. All inhibitions are out the window. Heading into the end game now. Get intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Caught in the cross-up. Jumps?
Oh?
Who'll gain control of the match in the early going? Still very early in the round.
Knockdown.
Anti-air drops him. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Grabs them with the embrace. They're laying into each other. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with baits out the low kick. Player one has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Stone cold embrace. You can't block those. Hanging on for dear life. Can they create enough? Gotta do better than that. Time to springs forward with the drive rush. Sets up with the jump in. Both fighters are hurting. What's gonna happen?
Our destiny.
Gets got.